Hello, this is Bob74H, the Supreme King, back with another video today. And today I will be discussing the simple matter of fact that cartoons are not the same as anime. And to discuss this premises, or discuss these arguments, I will be using various trains of logic to explain how the notion is fundamentally incorrect and fundamentally very flawed. So, first off, the position that it's animated, therefore it is a cartoon, is fundamentally incorrect, and it is very, very illogical, to say the very least, considering that Thanos and other animations from the MCU are not considered cartoons due to how they're applied within the medium or within the show or within whatever have you. Maybe it's a movie, maybe it's not. But back to what I was saying. You can't say they're the same thing with a straight face by that train of logic. As by that same train of logic, you have to admit the MCU and GTA is a anime or a cartoon. So it's just stupid because you're blatantly ignoring other examples just to favor your own kind of like logic. What they're trying to do by saying it's cartoons, they're trying to say, well, it's for kids, even though fundamentally speaking, most anime is directed towards a higher audience. It's directed for more mature adults. You could say, well, that's incorrect because of the tone. Well, that's not true. If the tone is silly and you have boobs shaking on, then your argument kind of falls apart. So, you could say, well, but Japanese standards for media is different. And yes, it is. That's why it's a different thing. Because the standards for a Japanese product differ to that of a Western product. So, that train of logic right there debunks any and all points about it being a cartoon. Because you can't say it's made with different standards, then say it's the same thing. That's stupid. Plus, if you're going based off marketing, then anime is marketed towards a different demographic, and it's also used in a different context, and it's also a different industry fundamentally. Like, you don't see Funimation or Crunchyroll going into SpongeBob and saying, well, I'm gonna go make me some anime there. Obviously, they don't do that. So, the context in which the term's used is different. The position of the term is used differently. Actually, fun fact, if people didn't know this, anime is actually a short form for Japanimation, or Japanime, which is obviously just saying Japan animation, but over time the word got kind of slurred into saying just anime, which is a weird thing if you know about it. But then again, people will use examples like Astro Boy and Devilman, the original Devilman, not Crybaby, as examples to say, well, anime is cartoons. Look at this. It looks exactly like a cartoon, people. Even though that ignores that the show itself is made in a different standard, and even then so, has mature themes and has things that would be considered an adult. Like, even the original Devilman had a lot of blood. Too much blood for it being a kid show. And there was many scenes. And when I mean many, I mean a lot of scenes where there was explicit dark content implied. Like, in the first episode, we get a guy known as Devilman. It's Devilman because it's how it's pronounced in Japanese. Anyways, back to what I was saying. Devilman, I think that's how it's pronounced. You're free to correct me in the comments. Kills Akira in the first episode, and kills the other two demons who were fighting with him over who takes Akira's body. And the purpose behind this was so they could destroy Earth or invade it. Which obviously would be too dark for a kid show, or something marketed towards that audience. But then again, like I said, it's marketed towards a different standard, right? Japanese has different television standards to that of Americans, which is part of the reason why it's stupid to say they're the same thing. Also, it's stupid because they're different industries and they're marketed different. Like, you don't see anime fans getting marketed like SpongeBob, right? I just use that as an example. You could say, well, but SpongeBob is not the only cartoon. There are adult cartoons like Family Guy, King of the Hill, and I know, and they're good shows. I mean, maybe not Family Guy, but back to what I was saying. Those examples do, in fact, prove the point better than anything else. Because to say, those are the same thing as something like High School DxD or even Second no Kaiser is stupid because of how it's presented and how it's marketed. And then again, you literally cannot look at these two things and keen any similarities. But then again, this goes back to my demographics video, where these people grew up pretty much seeing animation only as cartoons and like baby shows, if you will. So they assume that applies to everything, which is obviously disingenuous and stupid. But people don't give things the benefit of the doubt or credit because they automatically assume anything that falls within this subjective standard in which I made up is automatically childish. Like, it's as stupid as me saying, well, everything in real life is childish and for kids because, you know what, I watched Blue's Clues when I was 2. It's so stupid. And, you know, and people don't understand that animation is merely a tool or a medium in which to produce media. Like, it's like the same thing with like wood. Wood itself doesn't really have properties, but you can mold it into being anything you want. Same with paper. Like you can have a blank piece of paper, but you can mold it into be something very complex and adult, or you can morph it into something very childish and inane. You know. So it's all about what you do with the animation, or what you do with the product at hand. Not so much how it's made. Like I said, if you ought to take the same kind of logic and say like everything made in this manner is childish and babyish because reasons, you could apply that same logic and say, well, SVU, Law and Order, or whatever have you, is childish because I watched Blue's Clues when I was like 5 and came to the conclusion that somehow because there is adult shows that are made with real life people that every show is or has to be for adults because it's made in real life, which is stupid. If you apply the reverse argument with Blue's Clues, it's the same sort of thing. Then again, if I was raised on watching King of the Hill or whatever have you, and then I say, well, cartoons are for adults because King of the Hill. That's just a stupid hill to die on, if you get what I'm saying. Anyways, this is my rant and or kind of video around this idea. Hope you enjoyed my little tangent here, and if you want to debunk or debate me in the comments, I am very free to do such. Thank you for watching and have a great day. This is Bob74H, the Supreme King, and Missy074. I thank you for enjoying this rant, and bye.